Welcome back, viewers. This is still Business Compass, and we're talking with Big Samps Market, and we're looking at the grocery delivery market in Ghana. So, Elsie, we were talking about your vision, and we got to the point of 24,000 deliveries in a year, and you say you can do this by 2023. Fine. What can you do by 2025? I still think this is not. I want the one that makes you jump out of bed and I want something we can put in a picture format that you can be staring at it and it's driving you because you want to get there. What's the big vision in 5 years?
So the big vision is to have our trucks.
Trucks.
Yes. Move to the rural areas where
the
plants are grown directly, fresh from source. Get supplies, even the processed one, directly to our warehouses.
Now we're talking trucks and warehouses.
Yes.
I love this.
And then, there's this, the idea of the mobile market service. If you're not coming to us, we will come to you.
So I can be sitting at home and your truck appears.
Yes.
I call you, you come with your truck and I pick my stuff.
Exactly.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I love this one. I love this vision. And this is by when?
This is by 2025.
I'm going to be on you.
Yes,
I'm not
please
letting
do.
this. I'm going to be on you. Oh, I love this vision. Okay.
Yeah,
now I can hand over to you.
Yeah, and to add to that, the vision should be also broader, although these ones we've put timelines to them, is that thing that stipulates why the organization exists. So if you ask me to craft that long-term vision for this organization, I would say it should be the name that comes to mind when anybody thinks of
food stuff. Yeah.
I want to cook. Where do I get my supplies? Then Big Samps should come to mind before they think of, oh, okay, then if I get Big Samps to do it for me. If they are not there, then maybe I have to go to the market. So that broader
We're
thing
going to
that
have
guys
trucks. Will always be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, talk about trucks came in. So the trucks, again, instead of sometimes just moving, I'm a finance guy, moving to for all over, driving all over for people, it's expensive to run these trucks. So you, based on where you think your customer base is, you situate it there and you have like motorbikes or other lighter means of transport distributes to people. So, I mean, that's a good vision.
Now we have a business
process to have. So I appreciate that and the clarity with which you have articulated that.
But now you're going to start working back. You're going to put it there. How many trucks?
Yes.
We put a timeline by 2025. So that would now tell you by 2024, if I want to have 5 trucks by 2025, it means by 2024, maybe I should have 2 or 1. Because it actually gets easier as you advance. Then by 2023, it means I should have 10 motorbikes. By 2022, this is what I should have. Now you're going to work back, and then you can now start breaking it down in the next 12 months on a monthly basis.
Okay.
What target should you be hitting? So if you know, for you to do that, it's 50,000 deliveries a day. And by 2023, you're doing 24,000 deliveries. It means that by 2022, maybe you should be doing like 18,000. By end of 2021, it means you should be hitting 10,000 plus. So that drives you and your team now. And you should, in fact, you can actually print these numbers or put pictures of the trucks.
Okay.
You are a digital commerce person.
Yes.
So do pictures of the trucks with Big Samps on it and the motorbikes and just put it all over. You guys are looking at it every day. It is driving you. That's what you need.
The other bit also to add to that before you come to your numbers is that this idea, I think it's something that people can easily replicate. So you've got to move very fast and build that brand equity, which is the name that people it comes to mind first, so that by the time people replicate, still that name is what comes to people's mind first. Yeah. So I mean, I've looked at your numbers and I understand you really didn't have good records until June, when you got the services of an accountant to help you, right?
Yes, please.
And when I look at it now, from June to now, I see some impressive trends. I don't know, you might have appreciated it yourself.
Yes.
I know your...
Have you been tracking it?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. So I know at least your half year to December what you made. And that is something that will make an investor sort of a bit more attracted to you. I computed just high level some ratios. Your gross profits is something that is a bit above the average business.
Very good.
Okay. Your net
We can
profit.
buy our trucks.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So the net profit margin is also above what I see in the average business.
Are you paid?
Yes, I'm paid.
Okay.
So
And they are reinvesting into the business.
Yes.
yeah.
So, it's
So with
growing.
all this, we've just on one page. This is very small, basic sort of number capturing. I can say that if you even gave this to an investor, it will ignite some interest in you, because you have some numbers that shows some profit numbers that I think is sustainable.
Okay.
You have top lines that shows growth. Okay, so the investor may be interested. Beyond the investor, yourself, I think you can see that in the month of August, things dipped a bit.
Yes.
In the month of November, things dipped a bit. Do you know why this happened?
So in August, there was this issue of students going back, lockdown, people going back to work, so they have to spend on transportation and all that. So we made that observation there. And in December, also, the next observation we make in November, we realized that people lay back to shop in December.
Okay.
Oh, they wanted to stock up in December.
Because we post maybe on WhatsApp status and broadcast, and you get the feedback like, hey, I'll be sending my Christmas shopping in December, but they are not shopping around that time.
But you know, this is why it's also good to track numbers, like we've been saying, because then you can follow the trends. You can know a bit of more from what the customers are feeling, and then as a business you can plan. So for instance, if we're planning for next year, you would know what to do in those months to either manage it or to boost revenue. So that's good.
So that's the benefit of having to sort of keep the
numbers.
the numbers. So you also made mention of you have this big vision of getting trucks and things like that, and you said you'd want some financing to.
No, before you go into that one, I wanted Petra to come in a bit on the initial, because I'm also interested in financing the big vision. I wanted us to deal with the immediate issues first, then we'll go into that one.
Okay.
So, you're just a breath of fresh air. I must say, just listening to her story, how she started, how she's reinvented the business, is just really, really a nice feeling for me.
Thank you.
Because I see that there's so much potential. I would ask maybe after why this type of business, because it's not something that anybody just gets up to do. But I think that the vision is quite energizing. It's something that you should keep to and stretch yourself as much as you can. It's exciting that you've been able to carry this from just an idea when you were in school to what it is now. You're making good numbers. So and for somebody who works in sales and marketing, it's the numbers that makes us happy. So if you're making the numbers, obviously you're doing something good. I was very excited to also note that you have a plan for seasonality, because that's an area that a lot of businesses struggle with. When the seasonality changes, they either don't have enough stock or they don't know how to manage the increasing demand for their product, and then customer dissatisfaction sets in. So you keep telling customers, oh, we're sorry, we can't take your orders, because you don't have the human resource or the capacity to meet those needs. So it's a very good thing that you also have not just the human resource plan to fill that gap, but I'm sure you also have plans in terms of stocking.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. I had questions for you in terms of customer service issues, because when you're talking about how the business started and saying that sometimes people don't understand or want to go and select themselves, do you ever have situations where, because we are so used to doing it ourselves, you then have a situation where the person says, no, I don't like the tomatoes looking like that, or that's not the type of garden eggs I like? How do you sort things like that
Petra,
out?
I wanted you to tie that in the next segment to actually helping her deal with some of the challenges, because she's put there that one of it is the perception. One of her challenges that it's a best service for the affluent. So I thought you'll tie that to really helping her define her market, so that we don't just raise the issue, but we can give her a solution. Yes. And then when you do that in the next segment, Frank can also now come and talk about financing the big vision based on the numbers he's saying, the short business history that she has. How do we finance this big vision? So let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at the two issues: addressing your challenges with marketing and also financing your big vision that we've now crafted. And I'm very happy about that. So please stay with us. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at these two issues.
Immediately the product was actually introduced to me, I wanted to get on it, and that was the Gold Check account, guys. This has actually changed my business. So on the First National Bank app, you have the business toolkits that gives you all the information that you need to run your business, and whatever inquiries you have, they're always ready to answer. And that makes life very easy for me. And you have the in contacts that helps you access every transaction that takes place or happens. Now, point of sales terminal, I market wherever I go, and so I love to have that so I can take payment, especially with those who tell me I do not have cash. A bank that understands that you can start life all over again or start a business from scratch. Very keen on running it and making sure that you grow to the core. It's one you should look out for. My name is Jifa Bekwe, the CEO of Jifa Gray Creations. I recommend that you sign up to the Gold Check account from First National Bank for a great banking experience.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.